Well, good morning. It's Elizabeth Morosco coming to check in on you guys today. I hope you're having a good morning. But it's been an interesting couple of weeks and months, and I know many people are feeling a little overwhelmed, maybe uncertain. And I thought I'd come on this morning to just give you a little bit of hope and maybe a couple little tools that you can use too if you're finding yourself feeling really overwhelmed and not knowing how to cope with it. But each day brings its own challenges. And I think through the past year, we've definitely endured a lot, which shows that we have a gift of resilience, a gift of being able to revive and recreate something out of ashes. And there's a saying in the Bible where it talks about God saying, taking ashes and turning it into beauty. And through a lot of our personal lives, we've gone through some really hard, challenging times. But when we pause and we start taking note of some of the simple things that are gifts in our life, including our own health, or being able to look at the sun coming up or even going down, and enjoying our family can be a source of strength and an ability to keep helping us push through. But a couple of the things that I think are important, especially right now, is learning to get in touch with your happiness again, learning how to laugh again. And life is, it's always going to have different things that come at us. Even if you are the most prepared person in your whole life and you follow everything by the rules, life's always going to have different obstacles. But as you face those obstacles, when you remember some of the gifts of humanity, like laughter and being able to smile.
It's 10 o'clock.
It's 10 o'clock, so my computer says. But if you can learn to embrace laughter again, it can not only provide, healing and so many benefits in your mind and spirit. There's actual scientific evidence that shows positive endorphins that are released in your body when you laugh. So I want to encourage you to start doing some things in your daily routine to get to that place of either laughter, or even if that's too much, even just a place of being able to relax and take a deep exhale as we go through all these changes that we're facing, and not to allow yourself to get overwhelmed with news and bad reports that are happening. The world may seem like it's spinning out of control, but we're all still here right now, and just take it one day at a time. So what I want to suggest to you is today commit that you're going to go find one Facebook page or YouTube channel or Instagram or whatever that is just focused strictly on humor, whether it's memes or one of those prankster bloggers, vloggers that we see on YouTube. And start watching that and start getting back into touching that part of your heart and your psyche, that laughter. It'll give you strength. It'll give you just sometimes a little bit to get through what you're facing in a day. And, we all have our little moments where we might just get a little bit freaked out. And it's okay. It's okay. You're going to get through it. Remember to breathe and exhale. But instead of reaching for the next fear factor that you can find online, reach for something that's going to fill you with goodness. And that could be, like I was saying, laughter, or pick up your Bible. If you're too weak and weary to pick up your Bible, go to YouTube and click in, Bible scriptures and watch a video. But take these gifts and, just give yourself some goodness. because you deserve it. You deserve it. And if you wear your well down too low, you're not going to be able to take care of yourself, take care of your family, do the things that you need to do. And, social media has been such a gift to so many of us. But at the same time, in some ways, is it pulling families away from each other? Are you finding yourself scrolling through social media, trying to find things, about the latest update of what's going on? And you're neglecting hanging out with your kids and enjoying some playtime or enjoying time with your spouse. So you've got to make sure that you are proactive in managing the way that you spend your day, because it can become borderline addictive, if you want to call it that, but just easy to access where you just get into it. You get into a news thread and you keep going on about it, or something upsets you, or, causes fear. I'm giving you permission right now to just shut it down and turn to something else for the next couple of days if you have to. And I want you to really consider this and to talk to your kids about it too, because they're watching, they're paying attention to what you're doing in reaction to everything going on. And it's important to be informed, but is your information destroying your peace in this day? So, I've walked down different roads in life that had definite challenges. Some that I thought actually were gonna almost mentally break me. In one particular time, and I know that I've mentioned this on this channel before, but at one particular time, I had three loved ones that were in three different hospitals at the same time. And my overwhelm factor was insane. I started learning to really take joy in the little things in life. And during some of these ventures, I will tell you, I did have little miracles or little moments that kind of gave me strength to get through. And I remember this one particular time, and it was approaching the end of life for a loved one in my family. But I was sitting in the hallway and it was sort of dark and scarce. There really wasn't anybody there. I was sitting outside the elevator doors, waiting, doing the waiting game. And then a lady came and sat next to me, and her husband was actually doing really well, and he was being released. And when I sat there with her, there was this connection between the two of us because we're walking down a similar road of overcoming some of the most difficult challenges with trying to help a loved one get better. And as we sat there in this, I don't know, connection between two strangers that became, I guess, closely connected in that moment, it was priceless. And she handed me this, it was just this little glass angel that had, it almost looked like pieces of stained glass put together, welded together. And it had these little wings on it. And she gave it to me and just said, lean into some faith and know no matter what, you're going to get through this, and lean into prayer. And it comforted me, this little teeny tiny glass angel. And shortly after that, she walked away as they were wheeling her husband to transition to, I think, a nursing home. So it was a great day for her. And while I sat there, I had that glass angel in my hand, and out of nowhere, this stranger gives me this one little thing that provided comfort during one of the most dire times in my life. And I'll never forget it. And I'll probably never see her again. But it goes to show you the power of our presence that we have in this world. And that includes even during very dark times, because she could have been self isolated and thinking, I'm battling my own battle. But there wasn't that wall. It was like barriers were down because both of us were willing to open up and receive and give a little bit of goodness. But to be there, you've got to make sure that you're well to be able to share that with others. So I want to encourage that for you today, as soon as you get back on social media. Go pick out one Facebook channel or YouTube channel that is strictly focused on some good, clean humor, and let it sink into you. And you might, if you're going through a lot of stress, you might not even be able to um, laugh at first. I get that. I've been there. But if you take it and you allow yourself to even get some of that humor that's stuck inside you that you haven't been able to burst past the smile phase, it's okay. It's okay. But for now, realize that, we are living in some different challenging times, and stress and anxiety is up, but there are things that you can do to be proactive to keep your mindset fresh and renewed. So, one of the things that we're doing here on Kudos, because I really do want this to be a platform that can help people in any small way, but we started that series, Wellness Wednesdays. And tomorrow I will be sharing a video with Emily Gideon, who is from Hurley Wellness Center. And she's going to be giving us some tips on getting healthy with the foods that we are choosing, along with some really simple things that you can apply right into your daily regimen. Because again, these little changes are what make a huge difference. And that's why I'm saying to you, like the gift of laughter, it's important. Eating right, making a little tweak in your diet, or the things that you have in your fridge, it's key. So check that out. That'll be tomorrow at 2 p.m. And this is really cool. Check this out. On Friday, Emily is going to be doing a Facebook Live with me, and she is swearing by this healthy recipe that is spaghetti with, get this, tofu instead of meat. Now, we're going to give it a try and see how that goes. I was married to a man that was 100% Italian, so we'll see if it passes my taste test. And it could be just another way to get some other versions of healthy protein into your diet. And Emily swears by it and says it's one of her favorites. So we're going to try that out. So make sure that you join us Friday morning for that special bonus promo. It's going to be kind of cool. And have you had tofu before? I've actually had it, but in Thai food, like pad Thai. And a long time ago, I had made tofu tacos. They were actually pretty good. I lost the recipe though. So maybe this will be my substitute. We're going to check it out with Emily this Friday. And she is from Hurley Wellness Center. So we know that we're not just getting some fly by night, trendy diet or somebody trying to sell us something. That's not what it's about. They're actually really focused on getting our community healthy with simple tools and tips, like the ones that Emily is going to be sharing with us. So make sure that you don't miss out. And last thing, the upcoming Kudos magazine is going to be coming out on the end of this month. So if you have not signed up, please go do it now. You can go over to kudosflint.com and we can get you hooked up with a free copy of Kudos Magazine mailed right to your inbox. And yeah, and it's free. So, tons of insight from local doctors, nutritionists, health professionals, personal professionals, people that are focused on your overall well being. So, make sure you go check that out. Sign up today at kudosflint.com. But the short of it is, I just wanted to come in here for a brief minute, remind you guys to be proactive in staying well mentally, physically, and spiritually. Do things today, to engage humor and laughter in your life. That's one of the things that I really love about my boys is they remind me to laugh, and I need to remind myself to do that more often. So go plug in, find one of those happy, go lucky, make you laugh for a minute pages or websites, and bring some goodness to your day. Be proactive. The news is not going to feed positive news into your news feed. It's not going to happen. So you have to take control of your life to create the life that you want. And that starts with the way that you feel mentally, physically, and spiritually. So give your dose of that goodness today. Do it, do it, do it, do it. All right, you guys. In the meantime, I wish you a day filled with peace and all good things from today. You take care.